Oh, that's right. They're all in the eye, I think. This is one of the things I was talking about in the video. I believe that was yesterday's video on the why you should ignore New Game Plus if it's your first time playing. Because there are so many quests, and I think the beauty of this to me is I'm doing all of these quests as a nobody, essentially. I don't, I only have like two powers, I think, is all I have, are these two. And the anti-gravity field is one, and then the other one I have is personal atmosphere. But like I've only used the anti-gravity field one time, and it was when I was at the temple for the personal atmosphere. I used it on one of the Starborn, and it was kind of interesting. But I actually don't enjoy the combat here in this game too much, the FPS combat. So I try to avoid it if I can. So the powers don't really, so far, haven't seemed very useful to me because it's mostly combat related stuff. And I don't realize there are passives and things, but for the meantime, I do love the space combat a lot, and I love the auto turrets on my ship. But what I was wanting to talk about this morning is the idea that I've seen people, especially the people who talk about you need to just just finish the game, right? And they're like, oh, there's only 30, 40 hours of gameplay if you want to do, a main playthrough. And I'm scratching my head because, like, I think Kujaro said in Discord, I'm gonna go check what he said yesterday because he updated his time. He says 518 hours, the vast majority of which has been outpost building and ship building. I think he said he has like 200 hours in ship building and outpost building. And I think when you look at that, the shipbuilding and the outpost building, those are two perfect examples of activities in Starfield that have nothing to do with New Game Plus and powers and this, mystical storyline, everything else. It's the extra stuff. It's the being able to be, it's the life sim in space, right? With Starfield, it's the being able to go do these things, live a life in space, and not deal with the main quest line. Someone left a comment on the video from yesterday. Well, actually, there's been more than one that have said something similar to the lines of, the why play the game if you're not going to play the main storyline, was the question that is asked. Why play the game if you're not going to do New Game Plus? And this is the perfect example. Look at all of these quests I have. Why would I rush to New Game Plus when I have all of this? Look at all these missions. Let's go over here and look at activities. I cleared like 7 activities last night. Look at all these activities. And I'll find more activities as we go along. I haven't even touched starship building. I haven't even touched outpost building. I haven't really gotten deep into the crafting side of things. I've done a little bit of weapon modding. I'm working on, I have to get rank 3 or rank 4, I think, before I can go into. I forget what was the one I needed. Yes, it was special projects, but I gotta keep leveling up. So I'm just working on another rank of weapon engineering. So I question, why anyone would say that there's nothing to do in Starfield, or that you shouldn't. That you should only play the main storyline. It's like there's so much to do, and you don't even have to do storylines if you don't want to. You just want to build ships and outposts. You could spend hundreds of hours doing so, as I have done. Well, I haven't done hundreds. I think I'm up around 150 hours or so. I haven't really paid attention. Gary Bell says the shipbuilding is for ship porn and explore space and planets, and then building an outpost. Oh, you find those activities more fun than the main story and quests. Well, and that's the thing. I think what a lot of people wanted out of this game before it launched was they wanted the ability to sit down and have that Skyrim in space, that Oblivion in space, Fallout in space experience. I forgot to check this quest. Quick commercial break, everyone, to give a shout out to our first official guild officer, Bubalonia, as well as all of the guild champions, and of course, all of the members who help keep me on the air full time. To join as a member, simply click that join button below and pick your tier, but you can also support with Super Chats on any live stream or premiere, or Super Thanks on any upload or YouTube short. Don't forget the Discord. Let's get back to the video. There we go. All right, so we are here. I haven't personally gotten into shipbuilding yet, or outpost building. I will eventually get there. What's really interesting to me too is like there's the whole other space pirate side of the game. Someone said that you can't. They literally said you can't actually be a space pirate in this game, and I was like, have you actually played Starfield? Because you can absolutely be a space pirate. You can join the Crimson Fleet. You can get missions from the Crimson Fleet mission board. I just don't. This is my chance to say you can't fix stupid, as Ron White would say. You can absolutely be a pirate, and it does take some finesse to learn how to use the weapon targeting to knock engines offline and take over ships that way. But it's a totally viable way to play if you want to. And the person, one of my favorite comments on YouTube on that video yesterday was the person complaining that they had to pay bounties because they were being a space pirate. And I was like, did you never play Red Dead Redemption 2? Because if you play as the outlaw in Red Dead Redemption 2, you have bounties everywhere, and they keep coming after you, and they keep coming after you until you pay the bounties. And once you pay the bounties off, then you stop being pursued. And it's the same system in Starfield. If you want to be a space pirate, you can be a space pirate, but there are consequences to that. So, lots of ways to play. You don't have to do any of the storylines if you don't want to. You could just go out there and do mission boards, which is what I did for like the first 50, 60 hours of the game, was just mission boards. No quest lines at all. Food for thought. Anyway, we're gonna go play for a little bit here on the stream. That's the episode we'll release sometime in the next day or two. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, everybody, so you never miss an update. Don't forget, I will not be streaming this weekend. It is our 10th wedding anniversary, and Chris and I are binge watching The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings extended editions, starting tomorrow. Today was prep day, so I already, like I said, I spent about 4 hours outside. We took the oven outside this morning, the electric oven. I did a bunch of baking. I made our apple pie, cast iron apple pie, buttered scones. It's gonna be good.